What if I told you that there was a way to boost your engagement and beat the algorithm? Let's face it, we're in an area of, instead of social media, it's interest media, which means a lot of people are seeing content from accounts that they're not even following. And this just means that less people are seeing your content. So you really want to get savvy when it comes to this strategy to be seen and get in front of more people. And I have cracked the code, and I'm going to share that with you in this episode. We're going to talk about cracking the code, how to beat the algorithm and boost engagement without posting 24/7. I know a lot of people feel like that's what you have to do, right, to be seen these days. Yes, you need to obviously be consistently posting every day, be on multiple platforms, use repurposing tools and things like that. But you don't have to be on social media all day long. You don't need to be on your phone all the time. So a lot of times people just give up because it's not working, but they're not working it the right way. And when I first started out on social media, everything I posted, it did not land. It was crickets. Okay. It fell flat. Nobody commented. It was so frustrating. Put me in the comments if you can relate to that. And I thought, okay, what am I doing wrong? I really want to quit my job. I really want to get social media going, but I didn't understand engagement. I didn't understand algorithm. And it wasn't until I did crack the code and figured it out that I went from 200 and some Facebook friends, nobody interacting with my content, to growing my audience to hundreds of thousands, reaching over 1 million per month, and being able to, even in the ups and downs of algorithm, to be able to be seen and get my content out there. So I really want to simplify what's working today so that way you can be seen, you can boost the engagement, and you can grow your business as well. So if you're somebody who wants to monetize your brand on social media, you are in the right place. And we'll have a couple of resources to go with this training to really help you take it to the next level. So the first shift, I'm going to give you 3 shifts. The first shift is from random to relevant. From random to relevant. Put hashtag random in the comments if you sometimes feel as though your content strategy is just random, right? Your content is vague. You're leaning on ChatGPT maybe a little bit too much, and you feel as though the algorithm can't seem to figure you out. It doesn't understand what you're all about, or maybe even your audience seems confused. Maybe you're confused, but you know for sure something's not working because you're just not getting the comments. You're not getting the likes, the interaction. People aren't voting on your stories. Things aren't really moving. What you want to do instead is that you really want to understand the power and the importance of content buckets and consistency. Okay. So just drop Trello in the comments if you want to get our content Trello board. We have a collection for you, an ultimate collection, where not only are we going to give you hundreds upon hundreds of ideas of content that can help you monetize your brand, we're also going to give you a content board, a planning board, where I'm going to show you the process I use to plan, create, and schedule out my content. So it's a way to work through your content in an organized and strategic way. So if you really want to get it organized, that's perfect for you. And finally, my favorite part, there's a content bank in there in that ultimate Trello board collection that is going to give you hundreds upon hundreds of Canva templates. So that way your stuff can look a little better, right? We don't want our stuff to look janky. And in this day and age, it really does need to look on point. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you need to put your best foot forward. And when you can get organized with your content and use a tool such as Trello, it's really going to allow you to get consistency into what you're doing. What I find, people will say to themselves, I'm just not consistent. I'm inconsistent. What I actually see is it's a form of self-sabotage in the form of procrastination because that person isn't clear. Put me in the comments if you can relate to that. They're just not clear. So then they find themselves inconsistent, and then they get a little traction. They stop, go, right? And they want to get that real-time engagement. That's what you want. I know that's what you want. And you're going to need to figure that part out. Okay. Yeah. So just put Trello in the comments and we'll get that to you. And if you're on YouTube or podcast, it's the link below the episode as well. That's our gift to you to really help you take it to the next level. So as we're talking about this idea of having a real content strategy, that's going to come from your content buckets. It's to make sure that you have a cohesive, well-rounded brand, to make sure that you actually are working in the different areas of your business in a really thought out way versus just randomly posting things. Okay. You don't want to be the person who's all over the place and there's no rhyme or reason. What you want to do instead is you absolutely want to have your content buckets mapped out and take those buckets. I know some of you have done the content bucket work, but you aren't actually implementing it. You're going to want to implement it. And when you implement it, you're going to know this is what I'm infusing into my brand. So you can develop a reputation, a know, like, and trust factor, brand visibility, and also people understanding what you're about. Okay. So if you're overwhelmed by all of this, or you're just like, I don't know what she's talking about, or I want to do that, but I don't really understand what you mean. If you would like me to show you step by step how to bring your brand to life, how to monetize your brand, to get that brand visibility, what you can do is you can come to our Content Boss Bootcamp. Depending on when you're watching this video, it is coming up. You can access replays while we're in the bootcamp. That's going to be kicking off on June 2nd, I think. Is it June 2nd, you guys? Maybe you can help me out with that. June 2nd or 3rd, something like that. And we're going to get you all set for that. But the Content Boss Bootcamp is 9 days where I'm going to teach you, and the team is going to help me, is going to help support me in that process. Not only are we going to teach you how to become a content boss, we're also going to have co-working sessions where you can implement your homework each day. Hey, Sue, what's up? June 2nd. Okay, thanks. Where you can actually learn this stuff and implement it, get that real-time coaching and feedback that you need so we can figure out your brand statement. We can figure out your content strategy. We can figure out your keyword marketing. What are your offers? What are you going to do for a value-based Facebook group, building up an email list, and so on and so forth. So if you want to come to the Content Boss Bootcamp, you can look below this video. Or you can just drop bootcamp below and we'll get you the link for that. And what's cool is you can go ahead and binge and watch those replays, absolutely, while you're participating in the bootcamp if you can't attend them live as well. Okay. All right. So let me know in the comments, was that helpful for you? I do have some allergies here. So this is why we just imperfectly perfect. We're perfectly imperfect. Is that it? We show up anyways. That's what we do because we're gold diggers. So let me know if shift number 1 was helpful for you. Is that something you're going to focus on, from random to relevant? Become relevant to your audience, become valuable, become somebody who they want to learn from, that when they see you in their DMs, they see your notifications, they see your content, they're stopping the scroll and they're looking at what you've got going on. Shift number 2 is from broadcasting to connecting. Okay. So what we want to do for shift number 2, and this is why I don't love things like ManyChat and automation. We love automation in our business. Okay. I have sales coming in every day from automation. I'm not saying we don't love automation. The relationship building, I don't think you can automate. And I think too many people are trying to do that. Okay. We want to automate what we can to free up time so we can have those relationships. Okay. So from broadcasting to connecting, what we're talking about here is we want to have engagement signals working for us, and we want to maximize those. Engagement signals would be comments. So when people comment on your content, hey, Cheryl, what's up? Hey, Sarah. When people comment on your content, I don't want you just to reply back with an emoji. I want you to say something, 5 words or more. Okay. Because if you can do 5 words or more, maybe you're asking them a question back, maybe you're giving them a little bit of advice, they're very likely to reply back to you, and you're now creating this back and forth. That's incredible for your engagement. Okay. It really boosts your algorithm. DMs. So when people are DMing you or you're DMing them, we want to go back and forth in the DMs as much as possible. No dead ends. Okay. Don't let go of the conversation. You guide the conversation. You stay in control. Ask open-ended questions. Don't ask yes or no questions. Ask open-ended questions. When that person replies back, the next time they open up Facebook or Instagram, you're typically the first one they're going to see, whether it's your stories or content, because you were just DMing back and forth. That tells the algorithm that person likes you, wants to see more of your stuff, right? And story replies. Put me in the comments if you've ever let a poll expire and you think to yourself days later, you're like, oh my gosh, I let that poll expire. Totally forgot about it, right? Story replies. So this is where we're using the poll feature. We're using the question box. I love the question box. It's my favorite sticker because you can prompt people, drop Trio to get my awesome bundle of products that are helping me to trim up for summer, tone up, right? Boost the metabolism. People comment Trio from the stories. That's also showing the algorithm, people are liking these stories. They're voting on the poll. They're answering the questions. They're commenting. And that can really help out a ton as well.
Whoa. I have to interrupt this episode to tell you something so exciting that I've been working on behind the scenes to set you up for success this year. And that is the ultimate content Trello board collection. So inside of this collection, I've created 3 brand new Trello boards. You're going to get the mega social media planner, so you can plan all of your social media content in one place. You're also going to get the board that's full of content ideas that monetize all kinds of different niches and industries. And finally, you're going to get the social media content bank. When you go to create content, you need a place to draw from to pull that content out so you can quickly create and keep on moving. So look below this video for this gift for you so you can totally crush it this year.
Who here needs to improve on your stories that you need to get better with that? Well, what will happen is you're going to reach more people that way. Okay. So this is the name of the game. We want to get really good at getting people to comment, to understand engagement. We're not trying to sell. That's not what we're doing here. We're wanting to get engagement. I want you to pretend that you don't sell anything to get this down. Okay. So asking, this or that questions in the stories, having people vote on things, having them tell you their favorite blank. It doesn't always have to be you trying to generate leads. It can just be something fun. Okay. And social media is about connection, not just content. So the content is going to lead to the connection. The content is going to lead to the connection. That's your goal, is that the content is written in a way or created in a way to create connection. So when I am live with you right now, or if you guys are watching this on YouTube, I want you to think about that experience of being with me right now, my box of Kleenex nearby, right? But there's connection there. There's something about me being here, having a chat with you that feels very different than a static post or a graphic from Canva, right? So we want those things and we utilize those things, but we don't want to forget the whole point of the content is the connection, okay? Also, when you think about content, did you guys know that we have to learn how to get leads from our content or our business is dead in the water? I know it's a little dramatic, but it's true, especially in this marketplace, in this economy. We're in a retracted economy. We are in a trust, where people are taking longer to make purchases, right? Money is being spent. Don't think that people aren't spending money. They are. However, it's taking people longer to make a decision. Okay. So the best strategy you can put in place for yourself to create a healthy business is an email list or a text list. So what I'm going to do for you guys, because I thought, what can I do to really support you guys? So I'm actually going to do a free workshop next week, Wednesday night. We'll record it. And I'm going to show you in real time how to choose, and we're going to spruce it up a little bit, rebrand a lead magnet, put the thing up and have it ready to go to be able to start collecting emails in less than an hour. I've never done it in real time. So it's like a little test here. You know how the magician, he'll go in the box and there's like the chains and he goes underwater and you're just like, your heart's racing. Like, is he going to make it out of the box? Okay. It's going to be like that, but like not as dramatic. So we're going to have 60 minutes where I am going to show you from scratch how we're going to go ahead and grab a lead magnet. We're going to quickly rebrand it. I'm going to show you how to get it up. It's live. You can collect emails from it. Yes. And when you think about that, getting that lead magnet up and collecting emails, I want you to drop lead magnet below if you would like to come to the workshop. Or maybe you'll learn something new if you already have a lead magnet, okay? So just put workshop below and we'll get you the link for that. Abby put it there as well, or you can look below the video if you're watching this on YouTube, okay? So that's super cool because I'm going to show you how to actually get leads from your content. And you could build up that email list and obviously continue the connection piece in email, right? And continue to serve that person. And that way you can get that lead to convert into a paid client. That's the goal, right? So we'll do a workshop next week on lead magnets. We'll get you taken care of for that. That's going to help you out a ton. The third shift is from ghosted to growth. From ghosted to growth, okay? Put me below if you've ever been ghosted before. That's fun. So understand that if you've been ghosted, you feel like your content has there are crickets, right? When it comes to your content and you're just like, what am I doing wrong, right? Well, It's going to take time for you to crack the code, because if you've never done this before, then you need to understand that you need to be a student of the platforms. You need to understand how algorithm works, engagement works. How do you get people interacting with your content? Okay. And what you want to do is you want to work smarter, not harder. So for those of you that want to get really organized with your content, you want to map out what you're going to post for social media. You want to get ahead of the game. You want to stop just like flying by the seat of your pants. You just really want to like boss up a bit here. Put Trello below so we can get you that Trello board collection. In that collection, we actually have the most important part of it is the first board has the process on how I choose what content I'm going to do. I map it out, I create it, schedule it. How to repurpose your content. Repurpose is my favorite word. Ask Abby. It's her favorite word as well. We repurpose content all the time. And then the other thing that I love in that Trello board collection is the content bank. So there are hundreds upon hundreds of templates. I also have a special board I put together on how to monetize your niche. And there are dozens upon dozens of content ideas for each niche that I have on the board. You guys are going to love it. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to think about your brand, get strategic with your content, and think about serving your audience. How can you help them get a win? How can you help them grow? When you help others grow, you'll grow. So if you ever feel as though, gosh, I just wish I could see more growth in my content, then go comment on other people's content. If you're like, I wish I had more DMs coming in or more friend requests coming in, go friend people and go DM people. So you go first and then it's reciprocated. So law of reciprocity. Okay. It's something to think about for that as well. The algorithm absolutely favors consistency, and it also favors performance. So what I do is, and for all of us, there are ups and downs to algorithm. So algorithm is basically if you post something, how many people they put it in front of. When I see a dip in that and I can see the algorithm's doing something wonky, I double down. I'll go ahead and start posting twice as much, 3 times as much, because I'm like, okay, if they're not going to show my stuff, I'm going to be seen anyways. So I just I give it a wink, it's a challenge. I give it a wink and then I just keep going. And if you are watching this and this is landing with you and you're just like, gosh, I really need some help in this area, then you can put bootcamp below and we'll get you an invitation to the Content Boss Bootcamp. That way you can spend 9 days with us. We will have the replays available during that time. You can listen to me on 2x speed if you want. But I will tell you, those that participate live with us and they do the homework every day, we will have co-working sessions the first 4 days. They will actually start seeing massive momentum and they're going to start seeing traction with their content. It is unbelievable what we see from these boot camps. And we have taught this one other time and I can tell you firsthand, the results were nothing short of extraordinary. And then what you can do is you can put VIP in the comments if you already know you want to do VIP. We have a brand new VIP session that'll be on, June 6th, VIP session after the live boot camp. We're going to go into a private Zoom room for VIP, and I'm going to teach you how to figure out what reels you want to do. You're going to record them. You're going to batch them, record them, create them, and schedule your first one and have the other 6 ready to go during the VIP session. So for VIP, just put VIP, we're going to go ahead and crush reels in that time together. I'm going to show you this ninja strategy I've been using for years because I can just knock it all out, have all the reels done for the whole week. It's the best thing ever. So I'm not worrying about it and stressing it. And Meta just did an announcement. The consumption for reels has almost doubled this year. It continues to be the number one way that people are consuming content. If you're not using reels, you want to be using reels in your strategy. Okay. So just put VIP for that and we'll get you taken care of. Okay. Finally, I wanted to let you guys know, I am inviting to an open house next week. If any of you are wanting to look at partnering with me, a lot of you guys know I have a wellness business that I'm an ambassador for. If any of you want an opportunity to work with me, mentor, just find out more about, reversing the clock, this ageless movement, just put open house or send me a DM. If you're doing something already and you're happy, that's great. I just always want to make sure I mention it. And all of you should be mentioning your own things when you're going live, because that's what this is all about, is we want to share with our audience, our network, because you never know when somebody's ready. You never know when somebody's looking. So you always want to be the first person to be your biggest cheerleader to promote what you have going on, okay? I hope this was helpful. We're going to get you bossed up with your content. We're going to get you organized with Trello. We have a lead magnet workshop, so just put lead magnet below. We'll get you that workshop for next week. So now that you know what to do, it is time for you to boost your engagement and be able to beat the algorithm. I hope these tips were helpful to you. And if you want to learn even more, we have a free bootcamp, the Content Boss Bootcamp. It's our most popular one. It's going to be kicking off next week. We have all of the free assets for you below this video. So make sure you register. You can binge the replays if you can't make it live. I'm going to teach you how to really monetize your social media through your personal brand. So get yourself in there. If this was helpful, hit the button to subscribe so you don't miss any episodes, and take a screenshot, throw it in your stories and tag me. Let me know that you love this episode. I'll give you a shout out. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you soon.